spinal cord is connected to the alpha motor neuron of the spinal cord, and our alpha motor neuron will be suppressed because inhibitory interneuron of the spinal cord are mostly inhibitory. So once interneurons are stimulated, alpha motor neuron will be suppressed, and because of alpha motor neuron suppressed, muscle contraction will be suppressed. So ultimately, Golgi tendon organ stimulation will leads to suppression of the muscle contraction or inhibits the muscle contraction. So that is the most important function of Golgi tendon organ. Okay. So again I am telling, Golgi tendon organ are specially present on the muscle. Muscle spindle are present on the interfascial fibers, and Golgi tendon are present on the tendon of a muscle. So they are also known as proprioceptors of the muscle tendon or muscle. Muscle tendon is a part of a muscle. So Golgi tendon organ you can call it a part of a muscle, but they are proprioceptors. Okay, and they are present in the tendon of a muscle parallel to the muscle fibers, and it is formed by the terminal part of the IB fibers. IB means they are sensory fibers. 1A fibers. 1A fibers supply the interfascial fibers, and 1B supplies the Golgi tendon organ. And Golgi tendon organ stimulation leads to once there is a stretching of the Golgi tendon organ, 1B fibers will be stimulated, and once 1B fibers is stimulated, it will stimulate the interneuron of the spinal cord. So once interneuron of the spinal cord is stimulated, it will inhibit the motor neuron, alpha motor neuron. Alpha motor neuron stimulation leads to suppression of muscle contraction. Suppression of muscle contraction will help in the suppression of muscle contraction. In this way, directly or indirectly, Golgi tendon organ plays important role in control of the muscle contraction. So what are the functions of the Golgi tendon organ? Number one is, you can write, it is an important proprioceptor of the muscle tendon. So what are the functions? Number one is, it is an important proprioceptor of the muscle tendon. Function of Golgi tendon organ. Number one is, it is a proprioceptor of muscle tendon. Another important function, it helps in the it responds to it senses the muscle tension. So muscle tension is sensed by Golgi tendon organ. Muscle tension is sensed by Golgi tendon organ. It also responds to the muscle contraction. It responds to the muscle contraction. It is responsible for inverse stretch reflex. So what is inverse stretch reflex? What is stretch reflex? You should know. When you stretch a muscle spindle will be stimulated, which ultimately help in muscle contraction. So if you stretch a muscle will stimulate the muscle spindle, and ultimately there will be muscle contraction. But if you stretch the muscle too much, then there will be relaxation. So it is the Golgi tendon organ. When there is too much stretching of the muscle, Golgi tendon organ will be stimulated, and Golgi tendon organ will inhibit the alpha motor neuron, and ultimately it will inhibit the muscle contraction. So in this way, it helps in inverse stretch reflex. Okay. So any other important function? It also important sense the force of contraction of the muscle. So it sense it can signal the force of contraction of the muscle. Any other important function? It is also responsible for generation of force feedback. So it is responsible for generation of force feedback, means it will sense the muscle, okay, that much force is applied on the muscle. It will give information to the feedback to the muscle, so that much amount, what is the strength of the force or what is the degree of force applied to the muscle, it can sense and it can give a feedback to the muscle. Okay, based on that, muscle can know the limit of the force generation by the muscle. Okay, so it can sense the force of the it senses the force of contraction of muscle, it inhibits the muscle contraction, it is responsible for inverse stretch reflex, and it can inhibit further muscle contraction. It inhibits muscle contraction. So what is the function of Golgi tendon organ? It is a proprioceptor of the muscle tendon. It is responsible for sensation of the muscle tension, or it can signal muscle tension. It is responsible for muscle contraction. It is responsible for possession of inverse stretch reflex. It is responsible for sensation or signaling of the force of contraction of the muscle, and it is also responsible for inhibition of the muscle contraction via the stimulation of alpha motor neuron. Okay, so this is nothing but function of Golgi tendon organ. Again I am telling, if you want to compare the Golgi tendon organ and muscle spindle actually is nothing but the intrafusal fibers and present on the parallel to the extrafusal fiber or regular muscle fibers. It is present on the central part of the muscle. Whereas Golgi tendon organ, these are present on the tendon of the muscle. Okay, and Golgi muscle spindle are supplied by 1A fibers. Golgi tendon organs are supplied by 1B fibers. Okay, muscle spindle is responsible for generation of stretch reflex, and Golgi tendon is responsible for generation of inverse stretch reflex. Muscle spindle helps in muscle contraction. Golgi tendon organ inhibits the muscle contraction. Muscle spindle stimulates the alpha motor neuron. Golgi tendon organ inhibits the alpha motor neuron. The muscle spindle helps in sensing the velocity of contraction and length of the muscle. So both the velocity of contraction or velocity of shortening of the muscle and the length of the muscle is sensed by muscle spindle, whereas the muscle tension and force of contraction and degree of force of contraction is sensed by Golgi tendon organ. So these are the various difference between the Golgi tendon organ and muscle spindle. Okay, so here we finish roughly the muscle spindle and Golgi tendon organ. Next we will go for, is it clear? But again, should I revise a bit? Muscle spindle. Muscle spindle is nothing but is present on the intrafusal fibers. Is nothing but the intrafusal fibers, which consist of nuclear wave fibers and nuclear chain fibers. Nuclear wave fibers is called so because it contains central dilated part, which contain multiple nuclei, and it is supplied by 1A fibers as well as 2 fibers, which forms annular rings, annular spiral rings around the nuclear wave fibers and nuclear chain fibers. Chain fiber is thin structure but shorter than the nuclear wave fibers. It is called nuclear chain fibers because the nucleus are arranged in a chain-like pattern or row-like pattern. That's why it is called nuclear chain fibers. Both the nuclear wave fibers and nuclear chain fiber is responsible for dynamic response and static response respectively. And muscle spindle is responsible for stretch reflex. Alpha motor neuron stimulation and gamma motor neuron stimulation both help in the muscle contraction. Alpha motor neuron stimulation leads to direct muscle contraction, and gamma motor neuron responsible for muscle contraction by alpha gamma linkage. And muscle spindle is very much important responsible for stimulation of stretch. In response to the stretch, muscle spindle is stimulated and it is responsible for muscle contraction. Okay, and what are the various functions of the muscle? Function of the muscle spindle, it is an important sensory organ of the muscle. It can give a response to stretch, it can produce stretch reflex, it can sense the muscle length, it can respond the velocity of the muscle, it is responsible for causation or generation of muscle tone. It is also responsible for muscle contraction by alpha gamma linkage. So these are summary of the muscle spindle and Golgi tendon organ. Okay, next we will shift to organization of the motor system. So what is organization of the motor system? Organization of the motor system means what is the composition of the motor system, how it is made up of. So what is the organization of the motor system? So organization of the motor system, number one is muscle and its efferents. Muscle and its efferents. What are efferents? So what are the muscle efferents? Muscle efferents means muscle and spinal nerves, motor nerves. So motor nerve will carry the information from the muscle to the spinal cord, and ultimately it will responsible for stimulation of the muscle contraction. So efferents are nothing but motor nerves or motor neurons. Motor neurons are two types: alpha motor neuron and gamma motor neuron. Both alpha motor neuron and gamma motor neuron responsible for muscle contraction. So alpha motor neuron is present on the spinal cord, and from alpha motor neuron supply the extrafusal muscle fibers and responsible for direct muscle contraction. And gamma motor neuron supply the peripheral part of the intrafusal muscle fibers and causes stretching of the muscle spindle. So when muscle spindle is stretched, it will be sensed by the primary 1M efferent fibers. It will carry to the alpha motor neuron. So alpha motor neuron will be stimulated. Again, the extra muscle fiber will be stimulated and responsible for muscle contraction. And this is known as alpha gamma linkage. Okay. So both muscle and the efferents, and that is efferent is motor neuron responsible for muscle contraction. If there is a lesion of the motor neurons, there is a paralysis. Okay. So in various conditions, when there is a motor neuron damage, there will be muscle paralysis, because motor neuron is very much important for muscle contraction. Okay, so number one organization of the nervous system is muscle and its difference. Number two is spinal cord, spinal segmental circuit. What is spinal segmental circuit? Spinal segmental circuit means these are the fibers which are carried from the muscle to the spinal cord, and in spinal cord it will be integrated, and against it will be the spinal cord will stimulate the muscle. So from muscle, sensory fibers, 1A, 2 to alpha motor neuron, spinal cord, again to the muscle, so from muscle the sensory fibers will be carried, 1A and 1, 2 fiber will be carried to the spinal cord on the alpha motor neuron. From alpha motor neuron again it will come fibers to motor, alpha motor neuron will come out again supply the muscle and responsible for muscle contraction. So this is called the spinal segmental circuit. Spinal segmental circuit are very much important actually, which is consists of two type of nerves, alpha motor neuron and gamma motor neuron. They are integrated at the level of spinal nerve, spinal cord, and they help in. So spinal cord acts as a central nervous system here and ultimately regulate the muscle contraction. Okay. Next important point is brain stem controlling areas, controlling center. Brainstem controlling centers. So what do you mean by brainstem controlling centers? So actually I should say the action of the alpha motor neuron or gamma motor neuron, or action of the alpha motor neurons and gamma motor neuron together, the motor neurons. Action of the motor neuron is under the influence of the descending tracts which are originated from the brainstem motor nerve nuclei. Okay, so brainstem contain lots of motor nerve nuclei. From there, descending fibers will come down and ultimately inserted on the spinal cord and help in controlling the action of the alpha motor and the gamma motor neurons, and ultimately help in control the muscle activity or motor activity of the human muscles or human body. Okay, so that's why descending tracts plays important role, and descending tracts, all of you know, is nothing but extrapyramidal muscle, extrapyramidal tracts. These are also known as extrapyramidal tracts. And two important tracts you should know: vestibulospinal tract, vestibulospinal tract. Another one is, this is responsible for maintenance of the posture and equilibrium balance. Another one is reticular spinal tract. Reticulospinal tract. So reticulospinal tract is nothing but vestibulospinal tract. Another one is reticulospinal tract. Both of them help responsible for maintenance of the posture, equilibrium, and motor activity. So they are originated from the brainstem and controls via descending tracts and are responsible for maintenance of the posture and equilibrium. Okay. And another important center is brainstem. Another important center is thalamus. What is thalamus? Thalamus is nothing but the relay station of the human brain. It processes almost all the sensation except olfaction, and it directly does not involve the motor activity, but is responsible for sensory motor coordination. It relays motor activity or motor information to the motor cortex, and again it passes the information and responsible sensory motor coordination. Okay. So next, after thalamus, another important center is basal ganglia. What is basal ganglia? Basal ganglia is a subcortical structure. What is basal ganglia? It is a subcortical structure and is responsible for maintenance of the smoothing of the movement, anticipation of movement, and planning of movement. So in case of basal ganglia lesion, like in Parkinson's disease, all of you know Parkinson's disease is a dopaminergic problem of the substantia nigra, which is a part of basal ganglia, and they are subcortical structure. So lesion of the basal ganglia leads to movement defects. Example is Parkinson's disease. So basal ganglia is a subcortical structure which is responsible for anticipation of the movement, smoothing of the movement, and planning of movement. Next important structure is cerebellum. So cerebellum lies in the posterior cranial fossa, or lies posterior to the motor neuronal axis, and it is the center of the motor learning. So you should not forget it is a center for motor learning, and it is helps in all type of movements like planning of movements, starting of the movement, initiation of the movements, smoothing of the movements, termination of the movements, and making responsible for final movements, and also responsible for motor learning. So cerebellum lesion also leads to various disorder related to motor movements. Okay, so there may dyslexia, there will be dysarthria, then dysdiagokinesia. So all these various disorders of the motor movements will be seen in case of cerebellum lesion. Okay, so these are the various organization of the motor system. Number one is muscle and its muscles, various muscles and its difference, that is motor neurons, segmental spinal segmental circuit, brainstem controlling center, thalamus, basal ganglia, and cerebellum. They together forms the organization of the motor system. Okay, so today we try to finish up the three important topics, that is muscle spindle, Golgi tendon organ, and organization of the muscle spindle. And let me know how you like my class and give feedbacks, and any questions you can ask me, you can send via message. Okay, thank you very much.